Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Soumya Tejamurthy from the Traveling Trio. My parents and I made a 1 month trip to Europe last year between the mid of September and the mid of October. This was a completely self-made trip, and by that I'm trying to say that we planned and executed this entire trip by ourselves. We did not take the help of any travel agent. Paris was the first city that we visited during this trip. We actually reached Paris quite late in the night, around 9 p.m., I guess. Anyways, we spent 6 nights in this beautiful city. In today's video, I'm going to share with you a quick little review of the hotel that we stayed in and also talk about the neighborhood. I'm going to share with you the pros and cons of staying there, why I chose to stay there, how did I do the booking, how much did it cost, and let's get into it. We stayed in one of the budget properties by the IBIS chain of hotels, and I booked it through booking.com. A room with triple occupancy cost us about 7,000 rupees per night. In addition to this, they also collect a city tax of €1 per person per night, which we had to pay in cash while checking in. Before getting into more details about this hotel and the room that we stayed in, let me tell you a little about this neighborhood. Saint Maurice is a little town. It's one of the Parisian suburbs and it's approximately 7 kilometers from the center of Paris. But this place is very well connected. You can very easily get to the major tourist attractions or anywhere else in the city with the RER train lines, metros, and buses. The place that you're seeing right now is the main bus terminus connecting this little suburban town to Paris. And this terminus is situated outside the RER train station called Joinville-le-Pont. So in this map, I've shown you both of the places. On the bottom, you'll find the hotel and the bus stop next to it, and on the top, this RER A train station, and the bus stop, which I just showed you in the video, is the one that you find on top of train station symbol. The bus stop near the hotel is situated right across, just a few steps away. So convenient, especially if you're traveling with elders. So when you take a bus from here to go to the RER A train station, Joinville-le-Pont, the ride hardly takes some 5 to 7 minutes. And from there, you take a train and then get off at one of the various stations, depending upon where you need to go. And all of this, it's not very hard to figure out. Like, it might sound overwhelming, especially if you're like planning your trip by yourself for the very first time. Oh my God, I have to change so many different public transport modes. How am I going to do it? So it can be overwhelming, but it's very simple. All you need to do is just look up the destination on Google and it shows you the various options. It clearly helps you out with, the different connections that you need to make, and it even shows you how much time each of the connection takes. Various other options if you don't like one particular set of changes, like train plus walking plus metro. If you do not like it, it might also suggest other options. So just take a look and pick whichever is the most convenient for you, or maybe even just go half the way, and from there maybe you can take a taxi, so that way you can cut down on the expenses spent on the taxi. There is a small local bakery and a restaurant on the street, but they are not vegetarian friendly. So if you're vegetarians like us, then you would not really be able to benefit from them. We are now going through a small interconnecting passage to another road. And I'm actually coming across a passage which partially runs underneath buildings for the first time. And this little plant arrangement on the right side, it reminded me of tulsi plant that we grow in our homes in South India. Maybe in North India as well, I'm not sure about that, but they call them tulsi madam. So it reminded me of that. Okay, so do you see a bus stop opposite to where I'm standing? I didn't want to use the word across. I've already said it so many times. Yeah, so that's the bus stop. where you get dropped off on your way back to the hotel from the center of the city. You see that little blue color thing on the other side? Yeah, that's a small play area. The other evening, we had a wonderful time just people watching here, watching families having fun, relaxing with their kids, slow life. It was nice. Now let's go inside this big supermarket. Very convenient. You find just about everything here. So many varieties of cheese, other dairy products, fruits, vegetables, meat, a lot of ready to eat stuff. We bought some fruits and also vegetables like carrots, onions, tomatoes regularly to make salads and bhel puri. We enjoyed just visiting this supermarket. This in itself was a tourist activity for us. My mom, especially, she loved being here. I think we came uh, some 3, 4 times to this supermarket. It's easily like some 5 times bigger than the biggest supermarket that I have ever been to in my city. Okay, I guess it's now time for me to head back and show you guys inside the hotel. But please bear in mind that we have been staying in this room since the 18th, since Monday. This is our 5th day. So it's 3 people, 3 adults in one room. So it's going to be messy. So please put up with that. This is a very basic no frills hotel. As soon as you enter, there is a very small entrance area, some tourist pamphlets on the left side, and then you have another set of doors leading to the reception area. So the reception desk, as you can see, is on your left, and there is a cute little library there. I mean, 2 shelves of books, which I found really cute. The space behind my mom, that little glimpse that you get with chairs and table, that's where breakfast is served. I do not know about the quality of the breakfast because I did not book a room with breakfast. But I guess there would be very little options for vegetarians. Right across from where my parents are waiting right now, there is a small machine through which you can order food. And as you can see on the screen, there are different language options. There is a small kettle right next to this machine. So that's one point to be kept in mind. They don't have an individual tea coffee maker in each room. So if you want to make tea or coffee, you will have to come down here and get your hot water. That's one major inconvenience. But there is also a microwave oven here at our disposal, and that's something that I haven't seen in the Indian hotels, at least the ones that I have been to. So, yeah, that's one more point in favor of IBIS. Next is the most important thing, an elevator. Now, finding an elevator in budget accommodations, be it hotels or hostels or Airbnbs, is not a given in Europe. Many come without an elevator, and sometimes your room is on the third floor or fourth floor, and you just have stairs, and you have to carry your suitcases and all of your luggages yourself up and down. It's very very stressful, and not just stressful. It's a strenuous activity. So having an elevator in this hotel was a big plus point. Another point that I have to mention is that ours was a refundable booking. So if you go for a room with non-refundable booking, it only costs around 5K, the same room with triple occupancy. Without breakfast, I guess. It's only around 5K, so you get to save even more. A little heads up, I could not manage to finish shooting inside the room the other day because my parents were very tired and I simply could not expect them to wait outside until I finished showing you guys inside the room. We were about to check out, my parents were waiting downstairs in the lobby area. I quickly came up and shot this with my phone without my GoPro, so it's going to be even more shaky. I'm sorry about that. This room is very compact with just a queen size bed and a bunker bed on top. And the space between the bed and the wall on that side is very narrow. You barely have any space to keep one large suitcase. We had one small and three medium sized suitcases with us, and opening them was such a big task. It was cumbersome to say the least. We either had to keep the suitcase on top of the bed or we have to shift it to the other side and push it closer to the wash basin area and then open it. This became such a time consuming affair and it just added to the already long time that we took every day to get ready one after the other and step out for the day. The western closet is separate and you find it on your left as soon as you enter, and there is a separate bathing area which is just like a small pod. One of the common criticisms that I came across while I was looking at this hotel before booking was that there is a mirror right in front of this bathing space, and some of them had said that they were traveling with friends and it was very embarrassing and they actually had to ask the other people to go outside and wait downstairs, or when they were taking bath, because there was no privacy. For us it was not a problem because all you have to do is just hang like a piece of towel or something on the mirror to cover it and voila, problem solved. Now coming to the cleanliness part of it, the mess you're seeing right here, we are to blame for that. We left this room in a hurry, and this is completely honest. But every time we came back to the room, the first time when we came to the room to check in, and then the other times, every time we went out and came back to it after the sightseeing, we always found the room very clean. The bed linen was always clean and spotless. So we are very happy with the staff in general. And even in the reception, the people in the reception desk, I think I saw like some three people at least working in the reception during our stay there. All of them were very polite. I can speak French, so I spoke to them in French, but my parents cannot. So my father, sometimes he went to the reception desk of his own and had a conversation there with whoever was there at the desk. And they were polite to him as well. Just in case you're wondering if they were nice to me just because I spoke to them in French. No, that's not the case. All of them speak perfect English and they were always ready to help us out. And while we were staying in this room, we did fill up our bottles with the tap water from this wash basin. So we had it. We had no filter or anything. We just directly drank water from the tap in this wash basin, and we did well. So the water quality is good. So that's one more point that I wanted to tell you. So that's it, guys. That's a wrap on this video. Despite the inconveniences, this hotel and the area gets a big thumbs up from me. And I hope you find this video to be very informative and useful. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care. Bye.